Good morning, kindred spirits. I hope you are vibrating at a very high frequency today, because in this episode, we're going to talk about raising our vibrations. Raising your vibration is the idea that you can increase your frequency to a more positive and healthier level. It is based on the idea that our bodies vibrate at different levels, which can result in different emotions. Often in my episodes and most of my online content, I talk about manifesting the life that you want. When you raise your vibration, you attract and manifest positive situations and events a lot faster. So stay tuned as we discuss raising our vibrations. Hello, kindred spirits. Welcome to the Magical Mystical Divinations Podcast. I'm your host, Southern Mystic Tama P, creator of mysticdivinations.com. That's mystic with a K, by the way. I invite you into my sacred space in East Tennessee. Grab your favorite drink and hang out with me for a spell for lighthearted insight, tips and tidbits, a lot of wisdom as we connect on a higher level beneath our beautiful Mother Moon. So, all of us put out energy. We are a form of energy. Our energy resonates with our moods, our facial expressions, how we respond and react, and how we communicate. So, if we think in terms of vibrations, a lower vibration is when you're feeling upset or stressed. You feel denser, heavier, colder. Think about that. I know it sure applies to me. And then when you're resonating at a higher vibration, you feel happier, joyful, but you feel lighter, brighter, warmer. Can you agree? The idea is that you can change the frequency with which your body vibrates to bring more ease and flow into your life. So in episode 7, we discussed know your aura color, because our aura is the energy we project, but our frequency is even more than that. So it's important that we understand our frequencies. It's more important that we understand we can change the vibrations that we emit. When you meet someone who's cheerful and always full of humor or uplifting, those people are vibrating at a higher frequency. So I want to discuss some ways to raise your vibration. But before we go there, we need to talk about these lower vibrations, these lower negative feelings, which are very harmful to our psyche, can be very harmful to our physical well-being. I'm not saying life is going to be perfect by working on your vibrations, but you definitely will improve your quality of life. So let's talk about some of the low vibration emotions that we have to deal with, sometimes daily. These are the negative emotions like fear, anger, guilt, and sadness. Those lower vibrations keep us at a standstill. They hinder our progress, not only spiritually, but with our daily interactions with others. Lower vibrations do feel heavy. They constrict our energy. Pay attention to those feelings. Pay attention to, do you feel heavy? Do you feel isolated? There are things you can do to improve your emotions, to improve your reactions. But persistent feelings of sadness or anger, sluggish thinking, constant fatigue, or lacking empathy for anyone, those are signs of low vibrational energy. One of the ways to raise your vibrations is surrounding yourself with positive people. Find someone who will lift you up. Find someone who thinks a little more positive, because we are what we think. And sometimes it's best to project ourselves in a more positive manner. It doesn't mean we can't wallow in our pity every now and then. Sure, feel those negative feelings, but recognize that you are feeling low. Recognize that you can change that. And after you've given adequate thought and time to those low feelings, it's time to lift yourself up, pick yourself up. Our thoughts and our feelings are often dictated by our environment. So, of course, we need to put ourselves in a more positive environment when we can. There are a lot of things out of our control at work or when you're studying in college or outside influences, family matters, friends, needy friends, energy-sucking people, they're out there, and we can't avoid them. But we can limit our time, the time we spend with them. We can limit our interactions. How we interact with people governs a lot of the quality of our life. So when we learn to tune into our emotions and we try to balance them and improve our feelings, we improve the quality of people that we attract. And in most of my episodes of the podcast and the content you'll find on my website and my social media platforms, I'm always talking about self-improvement and self-care because I want us to manifest a better life. We deserve it. I'm not really trying to say that we shouldn't feel off course sometimes because we're going to. We're always going to have those days or moments. But we don't want to feel lost. If you're feeling lost, then that's a signal. It's time to seek out those little changes that will add up to big changes, that will add up to improving your life and self-improvement. One of the reasons you're feeling lost sometimes or feeling low is because of that low vibrational energy. You know, when we feel resentment and jealousy or bitterness, a lot of times we repress those emotions. We're taught to, especially certain generations, we're taught never to expose your vulnerability. The biggest thing is don't have to repress these lower vibrational emotions. You just have to acknowledge them, write them down, or get them out in the open, expose them to this wonderful fresh air that we breathe, because you do not want to sleep in a toxic brew of bad vibes, and you don't want to live there either. If you're always feeling sadness or anger and you're depressed, definitely visualize something that makes you happy. That's a part of raising your vibration is visualization. You can go back to a beautiful memory. You can go back to a time in your life that was happier. Or if going backwards is not the answer, because in some situations, that's where a lot of our traumas lie, think forward. Go forward in what you want and desire and what you visualize your life to be. Get yourself out of that mental funk. It's a dark cloud of funk. And there's no reason to live there. There's no reason to sleep there. And so by elevating that vibrational frequency, by observing our thoughts and choosing positive, empowering beliefs, we can manifest a much better life. So think of it like this. I don't know if you like dancing, but physically dancing can be fun. You don't have to be good at it. You can do it in the privacy of your home. But I want you to think about your thoughts and emotions as a dance. And you have to see the negative thoughts as whatever dance that you particularly hate. And whatever it is that you watch others do and I'm turning the channel, or I can't watch that, or that's just gross, or whatever. Picture those negative thoughts over there dancing like that. Now, whatever dance moves that you like or whatever you find beautiful or entrancing, picture those as your higher vibrational thoughts. This again goes back to that visualization a little bit, and I'm only going to spend a moment here. Picture that in soft, fluid movements, that higher energy, positive feelings. Focus on that dance, because this is a way to teach your brain not to look at or see that ugly dance, for lack of a better word, the one you hate. Don't even look over there. Start turning your visuals and your thoughts to the more positive dance, the one that you find beautiful or entrancing. So that's one way to visualize and to separate the negative feelings and emotions and vibrations, because dance is a form of vibration. So that was easy for me to put out there visually. Another way to raise your visualization is to set clear intention that you want to follow, that you want the universe to follow, to help you follow. So you need to visualize that roadmap. What do you want out of life? How do you want to feel? How do you want to be perceived by others? But intention alone is not enough. So we must infuse our intentions with this vivid visualization and strong emotional engagement. So that's why oftentimes I try to direct you towards visualization, because it enables us to see, feel, and experience our desires as if they are already manifested. And it has been proven that by thinking and seeing and believing it has already happened, that we subconsciously go in that direction. We subconsciously find opportunities to help us get there. And trust me, sometimes you have to work on it daily. But once you get in that habit, it doesn't require as much effort. We immerse ourselves in the sensory details of our dreams or images, which sends a clear message to the universe about what we wish to attract. So definitely practice visualization and set intentions. Also practice gratitude and mindfulness, because that serves as the essentials for manifestation. And once we feel a genuine attitude of gratitude, we can redirect our attention from what is lacking to what we already have. And I have found that to be the best practice I have incorporated into my life. But by being grateful, it raises our vibration and it makes us magnetic to more positive experiences and welcomes abundance, which is what I think we all want: an abundance of happiness, an abundance of health, an abundance of material things. But you have to put your effort into getting those things. Now, being mindful is the art of being fully present in the moment. That's not always easy for people like myself, that my mind goes in a million different directions. So that mindfulness exercise for me was challenging at first. But by being mindful, it enables us to notice and acknowledge our thoughts and emotions and sensations, which being self-aware allows us to detach from those negative patterns and choose a different vibrational frequency that aligns with our desires. So another way is to prioritize self-care. There's nothing selfish about that. Sometimes we feel guilty trying to take care of ourselves first. And we have to take care of ourselves to take care of the ones we love and those things that surround us, such as our pets and plants and the people in our lives and our jobs and so on and so forth. So we need to participate in activities that nurture our body, such as that proper nutrition and exercise. Be walking, yoga, dance, weightlifting, just some form of movement. You got to find what you like, and you have to do it in a way that you're comfortable. If going to the gym's not your thing, doing it at home may be something you can get started on. And trust me, the new year's about to roll around, and we are all about to set those New Year's resolutions. But make yourself a priority today. Prioritize self-reflection and practice self-love. Most importantly, surround yourself with activities that bring you joy. A lot of us, time is something we don't have a lot of extra time. So we have to create time. It has to become an appointment in our life. It has to become a part of our daily routine. Set that time aside. When you prioritize self-care, your vibrations will naturally elevate. I know we always talk about connecting with nature. If you want to, walk in the park or sit in the park. Take your pet for a walk. Or if you live near the ocean, you can sit near the ocean and listen to the waves. If you do not live near the ocean, but you can go to YouTube or someplace like that and just watch videos by visiting certain locations via video. You just want to focus on rejuvenating your spirit to raise your vibrations. You can listen to uplifting music, inspiring books. So being around positive energy naturally raises your vibration. Finding like-minded individuals to support your growth. You can do that online or offline in communities and find people that are interested in the same things you are. That way you will resonate with them and your goals and values will be similar. By actively engaging in activities that align with our desires, we signal our commitment to the manifestation process. We signal our commitment to self-care. We signal our commitment to forming a better life. By taking action, you bridge the gap between our internal energetic state and the physical manifestation of our dreams. And trust the process and have faith. I know I've talked about that in other episodes. And it's not always easy to trust the process because sometimes things deviate from our course and we think, uh-oh, maybe I don't deserve this or maybe I did something wrong. Well, stop blaming, okay? Yes, you do deserve it. The thing is you have to be consistent and recognize that a lot of times the results are not immediate. They can be sometimes a little slow in arriving, but they will arrive. And trust me, it can be intense if it goes too fast. So if it comes a little slower than you really would like, accept that because maybe at that time you weren't prepared for it to all come flooding in. So be consistent and keep your unwavering belief in your power to manifest and seek those opportunities that align in your favor. There's one thing that I do want to point out. Think about the future and visualize what you want and your goals and dreams, but live in the moment. Embrace the present moment because a lot of times if we're thinking too much about the future or the past, we're missing a lot of things that are happening in the moment. Take time to look at what's surrounding you and how you feel and how others feel and live in that moment. So you may say, okay, I'm on board. I'm doing this stuff to raise my vibration. I'm raising my own frequency. I'm doing it. But there's a lot of challenges and some setbacks, and it's how you view the setbacks and challenges. You have to recognize these are a part of the growth process. Use these opportunities for learning and refinement because those challenges that you overcome build your belief and your courage and your strength. Those setbacks, maybe it's a timing thing. Maybe you didn't learn a lesson from it, or maybe you're just not ready for it, or maybe something isn't aligned. So you have to understand that there will be setbacks and challenges, but you don't have to let those hold you back forever. Use them as part of your process to get where you want to go, learn from them, but don't let them drag you all the way down, okay? Now, while you can't control or force manifestation for others, you can send people positive energy and love and good intentions. And that is another way to raise your vibration, and it just feels good. There's nothing wrong with sending prayers or thoughts or whatever it is that works for you to loved ones and friends in a positive manner. Because it not only will it send them positive energy, it will positively impact your life and their lives. So trust your inner guidance and listen to the subtle whispers of your soul. And those subtle whispers sometimes are hard to hear over the loud, obnoxious noises. You know what? You can turn the volume way down on those negative ones and think more about the positive ones. Another way that you can help raise your vibration, embracing aromatherapy and colors. Did you ever think about the color spectrum? What colors make you feel calm or excited? Maybe changing your pictures on the walls seasonally or something. You find yourself in a funk, you go buy something new, colorful, maybe even new bath towels or something, but add color. Or aromatherapy. Diffuse essential oils that make you feel good and joyful and positive. There are also mid-range frequency emotions. Those emotions that are in the middle and are more neutral are contentment. It represents a balanced state where you are generally satisfied but not experiencing intense positivity. That's a good place to coast and rest and find yourself. Believe it or not, courage and confidence, those are mid-range frequency emotions. But by being open to change and ready to explore, you're also in the mid-range frequency and approaching the high-range frequencies. So recognize those emotions too. They're very, very necessary in life. And it's a good place to coast. You don't want to rest in the lower vibrational frequencies. Rest here in those mid-range frequencies where contentment and courage and confidence and neutrality grow from. Now, one thing I want you to recognize is that each emotion has its place and purpose in our lives, and understanding this skill will help you consciously elevate your vibrational state. By tuning into your emotions and recognizing where they fall on the scale, you're making more mindful choices that align with your higher desires. And it's a powerful tool along your journey, a powerful tool in your magic toolbox that we talked about in earlier episodes. So these are all part of magical manifestation, spirituality. So we discussed the low and high frequencies and the mid-range vibrations. And by raising your vibration, it often seen as a path to heightened spiritual awareness and connection. Helps you maintain perspective even during difficult times and can facilitate a deeper connection with one's inner self. Have a blessed day. This has been a Mystic Divinations podcast. That's Mystic with a K, by the way.